Yes, yes, people, we are back live. We are back live. Let me say that again. Yes, yes, people, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Next Up special, people. And for those that don't know what the Next Up specials are, it's where I sit down one-on-one with content creators who are early on in their journey and find out about their entire journey from the start right to the end, also about their influences, any interesting stories, any big content creators they met, and also giving them their flowers, people. And I've done the original series. I say this at the start of everyone. I did the original series with the GOATs and the future, and no, so sorry, the GOATs and the Mount Rushmore candidates. I had the likes of Ranson, Lee Gunner, Carefree Lewis, Troops, etc., etc. Then I did this. I did the special, the second wave, which was the second class. So I had the likes of Northside, Dan Potts, Judge Mo on there, to name a few. All of these are on here. But what the Next Up specials are about is giving the plaudits and giving the flowers to the content creators who are early on in their journey. So whether that's 6 months, whether that's a year, whether that's 2 years, whether that's 2 years and a bit, whatever the case may be, because it's a very, very tough space to stand out in because it's stacked with so much talent, people. I don't think people realize content creating sounds great to get into, but it's not easy just turning on the camera, turning on the microphone and talking football, because no matter who you support, there's multiple content creators who are great at what they do. So it's all about, like I said, giving people their flowers, their plaudits, and their compliments. And this individual, first and foremost, I have to say, surprised me when they told me that they'd only been watching football a couple of years. This was recent. We was having a conversation, and I was super surprised. Like, really? By the way they talk about the game, I would have thought they'd been watching it for 5 years, 10 years, maybe even longer. It's like, no, it's only been 2 or 3 years. And also, as well, what she does, fantastic, and I think it's extremely underrated. Not only is she great in the content creator space on YouTube and long form, so sit down, do a watch along. Sit down and talk Manchester United. Sit down and talk the Premier League. But we heard both Zir and Giannis mention TikTok. And not only is she good at the long form content, she's also fantastic at the short form content. Because on TikTok, I think it's 50, 60,000 followers on there. Regularly goes viral on there. I was just saying to her yesterday about the Pep Guardiola vid. Make sure you watch that, people. Absolutely hilarious. But that is credit to her as a content creator, that she's not only mastered the short form content, also the long form content on that. And then again, another regular thing in regards to these specials, kicking down doors that international fans don't know football and are not passionate. And on top of that as well, adding in being a female in this space. So that's already something that's going. So female international, people ain't trying to hear off jump. Because you have ignorant people who don't want to hear females from over here in the UK. So never mind stateside, but she's done exceptionally well for herself. This is why you see her channel growing on YouTube, her TikTok channel. This is why you see her on big channels. On big channels, I'm like, right, it's mad. I think when I first see her, I think it was on Lee Gunner's channel. So she's working with the likes of Lee Gunner, working with the likes of Northside, been on streams with the likes of Rants. And I think that's credit to her as a content creator, and also why she's able to put panel shows together. She got the all-female panel show on her channel. She got another channel another panelist show on her channel as well. And they're very tough to do. And people only do them. And Veta spoke about this yesterday when they rate the person who was bringing them on. So like, credit to her. Like I said, just ultimate professional as well. That's what I'd say. Doesn't get involved in none of the extra stuff. Ultimate professional, and credit to her. And I big her up all the time. Nothing but love for her in this space and what she's done. So we got to welcome none other than Sunshine FC into the building. How are we doing, Sunshine?
Hi. You're really good at those.
I tried.
You're really, really good at those. Thank you. That was really nice.
Of course. It's only right. I meant every word. Like I'm saying. Like I say, the long term and the long form content and the short form content is a tough thing to do. And I just thought of that as I was talking about it, because both Zir and Giannis mentioned going on TikTok before starting to go on YouTube and it not working. It's crazy. Yeah. So like, that's what it is. But how are you doing first and foremost? You all good?
Yes, I'm good. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. And make sure you guys like the stream and support Flawless.
Appreciate that. And you lot, make sure you subscribe to Sunshine FC as well. Subscribe to Sunshine's channel. The link is literally in the title, people. I'm gonna add the link underneath in the description as well. Put it at the top, but the link's underneath in the description. Sunshine FC. Make sure you go subscribe, hit the like button on here, share across all the socials, and subscribe to the channel as well. So Sunshine, we'll get into it. Your journey in this space. Yeah, and it's only been a short journey, but it's been
Yes.
action. What was your introduction? So not before you started Sunshine FC, the YouTube channel. What was and before the TikTok as well, because we gotta get in there before the TikTok. What was your introduction to the football content creator space?
So, I would say I started watching football in 2022 with the World Cup. That was kind of my
Okay.
how I fell in love with the sport.
Mhm.
I was kind of going through a lot personally, and I like was able to find kind of like a niche online for me to kind of just I don't know be myself outside of everything else going on. And so I wasn't watching content creators then because no one, I mean, I'm sure they were, but there's nobody talking about, their international team like a club team. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I was watching everything World Cup. I was watching, I had it on at work. I had an iPad, I had my laptop, I had the desktop. There was a TV at work, and I just had every match on, and everyone at work was like, "What is wrong with you? Like, why are you watching every game?" But I don't know why. I just started really liking it.
Mhm.
And then the final um, between Argentina and France. I couldn't believe what I was watching then to see Messi do what he did, but then also the way Kylian came back and tried to win the game. And it's still probably one of my favorite games I've ever watched so far. Just because, it's my personal history with the sport. And yeah, that just made me fall in love with football. Now,
Love that.
you hear that and you're like, "Well, why in the world are you a Man United fan?" And the thing is, I was watching the World Cup, obviously, and I knew who Ronaldo was. I think that's a given. I had grown up. I mean, you don't watch them, but you know who they are.
Mhm.
And I was just watching a lot of following Portugal really during that World Cup because I really wanted Ronaldo to win. And then I looked into. Now this is going to sound crazy, but
Go on.
I didn't know. I knew what Man United was, but I didn't know there was a Premier League. I knew nothing. I didn't know
Nah,
any of
that's
that.
not
I didn't know
crazy because you're new to the sport. It's like
Yeah,
me with basketball. There's stuff that I didn't know, like
yeah,
watching it that I've asked you, and you're like, you didn't know that. I had no idea.
yeah.
'Cause I don't know how it
So
works. Yeah, go on.
I had no idea. I had no idea Champions League, anything like that. So I was like, I fell in love with Ronaldo's story. I wanted to keep watching him after the World Cup, but it's funny because I was researching him, and obviously this is the whole Pierce Morgan thing. So he was not returning to United anyway
Mm.
after the World Cup. So even though he wasn't returning, I stayed. And it kind of felt like United picked me in a sense because when I was looking into the club, obviously then I saw David Beckham and I knew who he was, but I didn't like no.
Yeah,
Um and then you read about Alex Ferguson and everything and I was like, wow, this club really was legit. Like
yeah.
so I was attracted to that because obviously it's winning. Like they were good.
Mm.
They had players I knew.
Mhm.
And I liked the history. Obviously, like I fell in
Yeah,
love with that. And that
love
was
that.
that's why I feel like it picked me because there was no other option. I didn't know what a Liverpool
Yeah,
was. I
we
didn't know
picked the
what a
real ones.
Spurs.
That's why. That's why we picked you. You know, I picked the real ones. Facts. Go
Um,
on, carry on.
and so yeah, there was no other option at that point.
Mm.
And so then after the World Cup, I started watching a lot of club. I watched a lot of PSG then because of uh Mbappe and Messi and
Yeah,
Neymar. And I was like, okay, I want to keep watching them because those are the names that I was watching in the World Cup. But then I was also tuning into United at the time as well. And if I'm not mistaken, I think we lost to Liverpool for that time of the season after the World Cup. I could be wrong, but
so it would
we
have been
weren't good.
2022. Would have been 2022.
Yeah, but like
We probably lost
early.
that check now.
So
I'll
like
give it 1 sec.
January,
I'll have a look.
February. I'm pretty sure I had
Right.
watched that.
Mm.
I just can't remember when that was.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I'll have a
think
look
I
now.
think that tracks.
22. Was it 22 or 23? Yeah, 19th of April. They packed us up 4-0 in
Right. Okay.
2022.
So yeah. So I had started watching United that whole time. That was my first introduction to the team. Eric Ten Hag was there, and I
Or it
was
might
just
have been. Nah, it would
invested.
have been the 7-0 because the 7-0 was 23. Sorry, go on.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
it was the year after that then, the
Yeah.
7-0. So I was watching before then, but I wasn't watching content still. I was just
Okay.
watching the matches. And then that summer, I went to a preseason match by myself in Vegas. It's the first match I've gone to in person, and we were
So
playing
you was
against.
really, before you carry on, so you was really just in love with the sport like that, that
Yeah,
you was like, hey, Manchester United are coming to town. I'm going to the game. I
yeah. I
read
didn't.
that.
So I
Right.
drove. I didn't even live. I'm 4 hours from Vegas at the time. So
Right.
yeah, I was like, I'm gonna go. And then the first TikTok that I posted was a vlog of me going to that game. And so I was like, I'm just gonna vlog
Yeah.
it. And nothing really happened from it. I
So
just,
was you
but
already on TikTok before you started content creating? Did you already have an account and was posting things? Or was the TikTok
um,
because you said mentioned there that you posted it?
I had a different TikTok, but I was just watching TikTok. I didn't. I made one for
Okay.
football, but I wasn't doing anything with it. Like I posted
Okay,
like,
okay. So it was there. So you had watched football, fell in love with
yeah,
Manchester United, created a TikTok account, but wasn't using it at that point. But you just
right.
decided. What made you create the TikTok account?
I wanted to. I don't know. I don't know really. I don't know. I
Yeah.
just made one, and I was like, I had seen some people posting about football, I think, and then I
Mhm.
just was like, hey, I'm gonna vlog about my trip
I like
to
this. It's so
Vegas.
organic.
Yeah,
It's not much for it's just organic. Like he was like, hey, I like football. After United
yeah.
chose me, I'm gonna create a TikTok. So that's why I saw you went to the game, vlogged
Mhm.
it, go on, carry. And was that
Yeah.
like a conscious decision when you decided to vlog the game? You're like, I'm gonna continue to post Manchester United related content on there, or was you just like it's gonna be a one-off?
I will say, yeah, because I as I was watching more of the content, there's a lot of really big TikTokers like Daniel, Naeem, that are Man United fans,
Mm.
and they were doing things like uh, predicted starting 11s. They were predicting their match results for the Premier League week.
Mhm.
They do a lot of, it's very different from YouTube, TikTok, but they do a lot of like player ratings after the game.
Good.
And so I was watching a lot of those as well. And so after I had gone to the preseason match, which funny enough, Sheik was there also, but I didn't know Sheik at the time, obviously. So we were both there, but we didn't know each other.
That's mad
Um,
that you and who did we play that? Who was the game against?
Dortmund.
Oh, Dortmund game. Yeah, that's what he's
Yeah.
saying.
So
What
I
Ray
got
J
to
just said was
see,
it that United Dortmund. And love to
yeah.
Karma as well for becoming a member. Thank you,
Yeah. Big up
Karma.
Karma.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Um, I, yeah, I saw Onana's first match with us and I saw him yelling at Harry Maguire. That was crazy. And then
What's that
it's
like?
funny.
Because
Oh my gosh.
go on,
I will say this.
go on, go
I
on,
was
go on.
sitting next to somebody at the game who was
Yeah.
watching. Now, this might sound crazy, but they were watching Mark Goldbridge on their phone
Right.
at the same
Okay.
time. And
Right.
so it I just remembered this. And so I was looking at it and I was like, that's interesting. Like, who is he? Like, because he didn't have headphones on either. So I
Yeah.
was able to hear the stream
Yeah.
of the person talking. And I was like, interesting. So I looked over and I was I didn't talk to the guy because I get shy sometimes, but
Mm,
I looked at, like, I was able to see the channel name. And so I was like, the United Stand, interesting. So
mm.
I ended up tuning into that much later, but I just remember that because I was wanting to know why are you watching a stream and at the game? Like, I didn't understand that. So,
That's gotta be so confusing to you
yeah,
because it's just so the opposite from any like American sport at that point. So you're like, oh,
right.
he's at the game, he's watching. So go on, carry on, carry on.
I mean, that was just a thing, something that I
Right.
remember, but so yeah, I was, at the game, and then after that, then we're getting ready for season. This is the first full season I'd get to watch,
Before
and
you carry on, you mentioned Onana shouting at Onana shouting at Maguire. Of
mhm.
course, you've played basketball at a good level. You watch basketball as well. Was that like a surprise to you, or you was like, oh, that happens here too? Or had you already seen that from games that
No,
people be arguing?
okay, this might sound crazy, but I was like, "Fair enough, yeah." I would've yelled at him too, probably. Not knowing, because I don't know who Harry Maguire is in the terms of history of the club, like,
Okay.
I don't that everyone's like, "How dare you yell at Harry Maguire?" And I'm just like,
Mm,
it seems to me like he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do, so fair
mm.
enough, you know? Which is looking back, not the probably best thing for him to do, but in
Not
the
shout
moment,
him. It's right. Like when you make shout him. Like that's
yeah,
football. Like you've played basketball. I know you've shouted at teammates.
100%. But
Yeah.
that comes with, you have to know your rapport with the team as well. Like I was a captain, so I kind of
So
had
that is okay. Armband settings, even though you didn't have the armband, but you know
no,
what I mean.
yeah, I mean,
Theoretical armband. Let's go.
yeah, yeah. I was a captain, so that comes with, like, if you can't just speak and be, for instance, okay, if someone like Hoyland or um I would say, gosh, even like Adalo or Garte was like trying to yell at somebody, like yell
Mhm.
at if Hoyland was trying to yell at like even Bruno, that would be crazy, right? Because I'd be like, bro, what are you doing, right?
Yeah.
In reason, I think, but to me, seeing it live, I was just like, well, okay. It didn't bother me
Nice.
none.
Mhm.
So
Okay, that's fair. So you've watched the game, and I'm guessing that made you fall even more in love with the game because watching football on TV is one thing, but when you're at a stadium and at a ground, that's a whole different atmosphere. Surrounded by fellow Manchester United fans. I'm sure you heard some of the songs as well.
yeah.
So like what was it like hearing the songs?
This is why I think I love football more than any other sport now, because I'm a very, especially when I play basketball, as a very vocal player. So
Mm,
I'm always talking. I'm on defense. I'm like,
yeah,
watch the screen. I'm always talking on the court.
yeah,
And so seeing how passionate, I think it's because I love the sport and I was passionate about it, and I want
yeah,
to, that's how I could help. And
yeah,
so when I see fans like cheering and shouting and really interacting with the players, or the people around them, like that is just me to the core. And so I loved it. Like I didn't know anything at the time, but I just had the biggest smile on my face because I felt like this is how I want to watch a sport. Like
got it.
I love American sports, but there's just the interaction with it is very different.
Mhm.
And that's just me in life. Like when I go to church, I'm like, I'm having a good time. Like when I go to, I don't know, I like to dance. I like to move to the music.
Mhm.
That's just who I am. So
Yeah.
that's why I like football fans, because it's just different.
It's very, very passionate. Join in because the thing is with the chants as well, because they're so easy to pick up. Did you
Yeah.
join in with any of the chants? Because they are very easy because they're catchy as well.
No, not then, because I kind of felt like a
Yeah,
fraud if I would do it, because I didn't know them. So I was just I
yeah,
honestly I was just soaking in the experience the first match.
got you.
And
Okay.
just like I couldn't believe at the time I was like looking at Rashford and looking at Varane, and
Mm,
I just couldn't believe I was there. So I was just more soaking that in. As the years went on, of course that changed. But the first match I was just kind of like, I went by myself. My family was like, "You're going to do what?" Like it was just kind of just like it was just a step outside of my comfort zone, I guess.
yeah. Okay. So then you've gone to the game. That's made you fall even more in love with not only Manchester United but also football as well. So what was it like then? That's the season coming up because we played Dortmund. Premier League's coming up. I know you well enough to know you're like, all right, games is always it. I'm gonna be watching games. And when did it? When did you start? Who did you watch first? That's the question we'll ask. Like, how
Yeah.
did you then get into the content creator? Who was you watching content creator wise? And when did you decide to post more on your TikTok football related?
So again, it has to do a lot with karma. Now I'm not a Rashi fan, so just letting you know. I
Rashi Hive, we back up.
I
Oh,
started watching. TikTok was like the gateway drug, for lack of a better term, because again, Daniel and Naeem are really big on TikTok, and they're probably the biggest ones so far. With like, I think Naeem has 1 million followers right now at this point, but they had streams, they were doing watch alongs. So I was interacting with them a lot on TikTok, and I was like, this is really fun. And
okay.
so I just wanted to kind of post too, because I just felt like it's something that I could do. I don't know why. I wanted to do it too. And so
Yes.
I was doing it. I posted like match predictions, you know, all of that stuff. I started posting that on TikTok, and then
Also, you was just doing that, so you just jumped in at the deep end. You was like, "Hey, match
yeah,
predictions," and I know
but
you
I
well
was
enough
like,
again to know you're doing your research.
it's so bad because like I had no idea what I was talking about. So I'm like, Sheffield is playing Brighton. I have no idea what that means. Like I was just like, yeah, we'll go 2-1. I had no idea what I was talking about. Like,
I
so I
rate
just,
that.
you
Still.
know,
I rate that. I rate that.
um, when I watched back, it's like super cringy for me to watch it back because I know I have no idea what I'm saying, but I was just like, I'm just gonna try, and learn. So I wanted to talk about football more, and I was like, I know I'm my job, my personal job, my boss is a YouTuber, and so I knew there was a niche. I was like, there has to be. There's no way. And so we were playing games, and I wanted to see if people were talking about the matches and like see if I was feeling a certain way, if I was off on how I was feeling. And so Saeed definitely was one of the first people that I watched. Um, Especially his like match reaction, his videos, and then he would have weekly streams. And so then every Wednesday I was watching the Mandem talk like every Wednesday because
Okay,
I was
how did you find Saeed? How did you find
I just
Saeed?
looked it up. There
Oh, you
was
just
no
typed
like
it in and then you said,
I'm not
okay, all
Saeed. I
right,
just
cool.
typed in like match reaction kind of thing.
Got it. Yeah.
And so Saeed would always just pop up. And then of course I subscribed after that point. And then I would just be in the chat,
And
like
you
especially the
was
Mandem
entertained.
talk, because
Mandem talk was Mandem talk.
that was just like so much fun for me. And so I was watching that consistently. And then from there, then you see who's on the Mandem talk, and then you're seeing who Saeed is streaming with weekly. And I was watching, it's so funny. Like I remember just like I wake up in the morning for work at 7 a.m. on Monday, and I'm watching Saeed's midweek live, and Lee Gunner's on that one.
Yeah,
I
Rums
think
is on
Rome's
there as
was on
well.
that.
Yeah, Rums is
Yeah.
on there as well. Yeah.
So there was a lot of like that's kind of like it was like my weekly routine. And then
Yeah.
on Sundays, after all the matches were done, I would watch Hassam and El Ahwa. That's like the Sunday night stream that I would watch.
Okay. Yeah, I
And
love that.
then I think I can't remember how I started watching you, but I know that something had happened because then I was in your your chat all the time. And I can't remember I can't remember why, but I was just going to everybody's channel because I was just like, this
So
is so much fun.
you've
I was
gone
watching
down the
Lee.
yeah. Go on, carry on.
I was watching everybody. So yeah, from there, then I was just like, I wasn't doing live streams then, but I made a channel, and then I think I was just like, I'm gonna post a match reaction.
So
And
you
so
were
I
just
did.
in it like that. So you was like, you found Saeed, Gunnar, Hassam, all the others as well. And then you're like, you know, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel and let's run these match reactions. And you were just like,
So
I'm just
I'm
at the
looking
deep
now,
end.
like I did a international match reaction September 2023.
Okay.
That's my first video ever. And then my second video is Manchester United cursed. So then I just went from there. Those are all videos. I didn't do any live streams.
So it's all videos. Okay, I rate this. And then what was that like? Was you nervous, like jumping in at the deep end on a sport you're not well versed in at that time?
No, I think because I didn't care if anybody was watching or not, which is something that I want to get into later because I think I've gotten affected by posting. Because then I want to get back to where I was then because I didn't care. Like I was just posting because I loved it and I loved the club, which I still do, obviously, but like I think I overthink too much now, which I'm kind of frustrated with. So yeah.
All right. Oh, that's fair. So you're posting, sorry, the fact that the comment from Warrior J took me out. Your second video is Manchester United at Manchester United.
I'm actually really proud of that video, so you should check it out. But like,
make sure you lot do so. One of the mods, one of the regulars, please put that video in the chat. Put that link in the chat for Sunshine's channel. So you're posting videos, and I'm presuming at this point you're still watching everyone like a Saeed, a Lee Gunner, Hassam, etc. You're in chats, like you said, as well. Are you still posting on TikTok as well as the videos on YouTube? Okay. And then did you see a growth where you was like, all right, I'm gonna go into this further, or was you just like, I don't care, I'm just gonna keep doing it regard, I'm gonna keep uploading, keep filming, keep pushing out content?
Yeah, so it kind of goes hand in hand because I went viral on TikTok for the first time because of Rashford, surprisingly. But it
Okay.
was because there was a match, and I can't remember what match it was, but I can specifically remember there was a moment where Rashford had the ball, and
Mm.
all he had to do was pass it to Hoyland, and he didn't. Because if he did, we would have scored
Yeah.
100%. And then there was another moment in the game where he didn't score, where he didn't pass. He just
Mm.
like he was in that era where he was being super kind of selfish in a way.
Mm.
And so I made a TikTok of like um me standing there with I had a actual football and I was like I just basically was like, why would it I don't know how to explain it. It's funnier when you watch it, but I just kicked the ball and I was
Yeah,
like,
just
why is
passing the
that so
ball.
hard for
Yeah.
Rashford to make a pass kind of thing? And it went crazy. Like I'm almost like a million views crazy. Like
Let's go. Talk that million
everyone was
views
like,
thing.
this is
1.1 million in a
hilarious. Like you
short
should have
week.
just passed.
Let's go. Shout out to Jadakiss. You know what I'm saying? 1.1 million in a short week. Talk them numbers. A million
No,
views. We ain't
not
just
in a
gonna
week.
bypass that.
This was a couple of weeks after that.
Hey,
But it
hey,
was literally just
it
me
fits the
sitting there and
marble.
I
You
just kicked the
understand the
ball and I was
point.
like, why is that so hard for Rashford to pass? Like I didn't speak. I didn't speak. I just pointed at the ball and kicked it. I'm like, why can't Rashford do that kind of thing? Um, and that like made me I was like, oh dang, like, okay. So then I just kind of kept tapping into that kind of comedic
Mm.
side of football content, which I love, but again,
Mm.
I don't know, but that kind of helped because TikTok gave me the comedic outlet, whereas YouTube gave me the kind of more like level-headed, talk more of the sport
Yeah.
aspect of it.
Well, okay,
And
yo,
then
that's fair.
I just kept posting, and then I think it was because I was interacting a lot in Saeed's channel, and I don't know. So there's two channels specifically that I have to talk about because
That's fair.
they kind of gave me I don't know, they're the first panels and channels I joined.
Platform. The
So
first time that you was on in the space and platforms. Yeah, first,
yeah.
first.
So I think I was talking a lot to her in Saeed's channel, but Sophia has been
Mm.
like there from the beginning. And so we were just talking a lot. And then she's like, hey, I've seen you posted a bit on the channel. Do you want to join me on a stream? And I was like, what? I was so like, I don't know. I was like, are you sure? Because again, like, I'm so new to the sport. I was like a sponge. So I was just soaking up so much information.
Yeah,
And I could say then that I was speaking more of like what I was hearing instead of what I actually thought I think.
I get
Now
that.
it's much different, but I just was nervous because I was like, I don't know if I know enough to even like talk to somebody on stream. It was very nerve-wracking, but
Yeah, yeah.
so Sophia was the first channel I'd ever been on. So shout out to
Mm.
Sophia. She's
Shout out to
amazing, by the
Sophia.
way. So make sure you guys subscribe to her. Um and that's like that's my girl. So
Mm.
I have to shout her out. But then I think I want to say Staffy saw me from TikTok. I don't remember, but he just DM'd me one day. I was like, hey, like, I think you're like doing really good stuff. Do you want to come on my channel, do a
Love that.
panel? And I was on a panel with like, I think I was on it with like Timmy,
Mm.
um, Leon. Is that his name? From Mandem Talk. Is that right?
Oh wait, yeah, you talking about Leon is on? Yeah, Leon is man. Them
Yeah.
talk like yeah.
And
Leon,
somebody
that's
else.
fun. He's on there sometimes. Yeah, shout out to Leon. Yeah, Leon. Yeah.
Yeah. So we were just talking Manchester United, and Staffy just
Mhm.
let me come on. And then Staffy was like, Staffy, I think, has a big part in it because he then like messaged me and he was like, "Hey, do you need help? Do you have a camera? Like, what's your setup looking like?"
Okay, shout out Stuffy.
He was like, he was just super nice, and I was
Mhm.
like, I sent, and then it's funny because I had a list on Amazon, so I sent him the list, and he was like, "This is way too much money." And so he was like, "Let's start small. Let's get like
Mm.
little things first to see if you like actually like it, and if you want to keep
Mm.
going." And then you invest in the bigger things, which
Yeah.
I really appreciate. So
Shout out to Stuffy
yeah,
every
and then
time
I
for
set
that.
it up, and then I just yeah, Staffy was just really helpful, and that has been my and I'm gonna name more people, but
Mm.
I just want to like encourage somebody like you get back I think what you give, um, and
Facts.
like everybody that I've met. I'm talking about now. I know like content creation can be like, I have beef with this person or whatever. Like people get into that. That's just not me. But like Lee Gunner, Northside, obviously Flawless. Like,
Love.
I mean, Vader, Hassam. Like, guys, everyone has been so nice. It's like it's crazy, and it's. I really needed that at the time because, like I said, up to that point, that summer, before I started posting, before that summer of 2022, I had like gone through personal stuff. There was a breakup. It was a lot, and I was just like in a really bad spot.
Yeah.
And I just started doing this stuff online randomly, and people's kindness, like it healed me, it helped heal me in a way,
Love that.
because they
That's
just were
real.
being nice for no reason, really.
They're good people. The people that you mentioned there,
Yeah.
Gunnar, Northside, they are. I can vouch for them people.
Yeah,
They're just
Terry as well.
cool-hearted dudes. Yeah.
KG, like everyone I've talked to, KG.
Yeah.
There's so many people. Like, hey, do you want to do this? Do you want to do this? I've been on Football Terrace. Like, I've been very blessed, and I hope that I can just pass that along because it's a blessing for sure.
Oh, that's fair. And how quickly was it that from the start of that season did Sophia and Staffy reach out to you, if you remember roughly? Was it early on in the season? Was it middle? Was it towards the end?
Yeah, I think it was more. I don't remember. I want to say middle.
Okay.
Middle. Yeah. Middle.
And get what happens normally in this space is once one person reaches out to you and you go on their platform, other people reach out to you, which you just mentioned there, the likes of Staffy and Terry and things like that. So what was that like for you when other content creators started reaching out to you with big platforms? Like I say, you just mentioned the Football Terrace with Terry.
Yeah. It's humbling because I think because it happened so fast too, like I understand, like even though I'm not, you can tell when people are huge in a space and a lot of people respect them. I'm not ignorant to that fact.
Yeah.
So the fact that like Lee Gunner's like, hey, do you want to come on my channel? I'm like, what? Why? Like, the fact that, I like that I could go on the Football Terrace after a match every week if I wanted to, right? Like it's humbling because in a way I feel like I don't deserve it when I don't know, some people work really, really hard and they feel like they can't catch a break, and I'm not gonna lie, a lot of that could be because I am a woman. Like if you think about it, like there's a lot of men in the doing this, so I
Yes, like
can't discredit, I can't
99.9% men. Yeah. In
yeah.
this space.
So I can't say that didn't help me. But for me, if that's the case, then I have to make sure I'm doing everything I can to be respectful and professional to these men because they're taking a risk,
Oh.
And so I'm super huge on integrity and making sure that I'm doing the right thing. And so if they're going to give me an opportunity, then I'm going to make sure I'm, holding my own, being respectful, being humble, and not taking that for granted because it's a huge opportunity.
Facts. Well, like Mike said it, yeah. To be fair though, they're not picking any woman though. They're picking you for a reason, which is don't do yourself a disservice.
Yeah, but how many other women are there? Like, there's not that many. So,
hey, but this is a tough space to be in, and not like in regards to just it's a tough place to be in. It can be. It can be very, very like cutthroat, very, very much so. Because there is other females in the space, but a lot of people don't last in this space. It's a very, very tough space to be in. It seems good. So yeah, I think you're doing yourself a disservice. I would say. I think you're doing yourself a disservice with that. I don't think it's solely just because you're a woman, because there is other females they could just go out there and just go get any woman, which is not the case. And like you said, mention these channels haven't got to the sizes they're at for no reason.
Yeah.
Like a Lee Gunner, like Terry with the Football Terrace, for example, like a Northside, list goes on. Well, yeah, go on, carry on. So you was mentioning about Gunner reaching out, and you was like, me, why? That's funny.
Yeah, I
And
mean, I
carrying
think
yourself with
too,
integrity.
because
Go on.
here's the thing also, and I'm so passionate about this because
Go on.
when you think about women in football, right, too, there's a lot of obviously like we have the GOAT commentators, right? Like we have Kate, right?
Hmm.
But when you think about the other side of women in football, it's the girls on X or with the other site with no clothes on. Like they use the sport as a like
Sorry, I love how you call it the other side. That is the
but there's two sides of it, right?
that is the politest way I've ever heard anyone talk about OF. The other side is good with no clothes on. Is great. It's like the clean version. That sums you up there in a nutshell. Like just your integrity. You mentioned. This is why I mentioned professional. So yeah.
Mhm.
So you're saying that, of course, there's the female content creator, not female, female commentators. But then, like you said, when it comes to female content creators, there's a lot of the other side with no
Yeah.
clothes on.
Well,
So go on,
the
carry on.
really popular ones,
Yeah.
that's what they're doing.
Right.
Outside of the like the commentators that are already doing their work. So for me, I'm like, okay, like I love that. I mean, I'm not gonna judge
Sorry,
those women
that has
because
lead me that yo, the other
what
side with no clothes on is great, yo.
isn't
That's
that?
just
Oh
like
yeah, just being honest.
it's just you are being honest. What I'm saying, the reason why I'm laughing because I think it's a hilarious description of it. That's what it is, yo. I think that's a great description of the site. It's just cracking me up. But go on, sorry, my bad.
Yeah,
Go on.
I just wanted to kind of like I don't know. I wanted to prove that
Mm.
like, or I still want to prove that you can be in a sport and talk about it and not have to kind of like um
Have no clothes on.
yeah, but kind of like get popular off of not the sport but how you look kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I don't know, it was just I'm really passionate about it if you can't tell because I just
Go back.
we can do better than that, you know? And again, no, I don't want to say like what they're doing is wrong. I
It's
just it's not what I want to do.
Yeah,
It's not what I want to
it's
do.
not your way of approaching it.
Yeah.
Same way in the content creator space, how people work, everyone's different with their approach
Yeah.
to how they want to quote unquote like sell their brand
And I
or
want to
build their
show
brand.
men too that like there's women out there who actually like the sport and are not trying to like use it for money. Because that's what
Got
it
it.
feels like it comes off to me a little bit. Not saying that like
Mm,
they don't like their sport, their club, because they could
mm.
100%. But I just want to be like, there's women out there who just genuinely just want to talk to you about Manchester United or the Premier League or Champions League, and there's no agenda.
Got it.
There's no agenda. It's just that.
No, I hear that thoroughly. Like I hear exactly what you're saying. Just like I say, even the way you put that there is polite. And even Charlotte, shout out to Charlotte every single time, says loving this show. Big shout out to Flawless for always giving people a platform.
Yes.
Massive respect to Sunshine for representing and inspiring women in football content. Amazing work. And Charlotte's one of them as well that does that same thing. We're covering Premier League all the way
Yeah.
down to lower tier as well. So yeah, shout out to Charlotte every
It's
single
amazing.
time. And yeah, PFC, if all content creators were the same, it would be boring. So this is why
Exactly.
you need different ones and different characters. So yeah, so that was a point with that to yourself where you was like, I'm gonna be here, professional, integrity, and show people that women can just like the sport and that's it.
Yeah.
There's
But
nothing more to
also
it.
like I mean I say all that and I hope it doesn't sound like so like serious because you guys know I can crack a joke. Like it's not like I'm
Yeah, we
just trying
know.
to be on here very stoic, but like I like to troll. And everybody knows that.
We
Like I
know.
will crack a
Yes,
joke on your
we
club
know.
in a minute. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess there's a lot of different ways to my approach. But I say that too because I was on Northside channel a lot because of Gal Talk, right? So that was a big thing that was
Okay.
happening sometimes. So it's just interesting. It's just interesting, but it's been great.
Love that. And what was that like? Northside reaching out to you there? You just mentioned Girl Talk.
Yeah.
What was it like? Because he's reaching out to you now and it's non-footballing topic. Was you like cool with that? You was like, all right, cool, I can do this. Was you like a little bit nervous, hesitant? What was that like?
Yeah, I was nervous because I had met Northside obviously through all the way. Shout out to Northside, by the way. Through
Is that trolling?
Lee, because again, I don't understand. My journey in this has been so random because then I'm on Lee's birthday stream, and I think you were on that as well. And we're just
Yes.
on it till like late at night listening to
It was on
old
Gunner's
school
birthday
music. It
stream.
was the most bizarre thing, but it was so much fun.
Mm.
And from that, just getting to know them through that stuff, Northside's like, hey, I'm going to do a gal talk. And I'm nervous because my view on life is so different.
Mm.
And I didn't want people to like, I don't know.
Think he was judging?
I didn't want people to maybe judge me, not judge me. I just didn't want people. I'm a square, to say it other way. Like, I don't have a lot of experience with relationships. Like, I just don't. So I was just like, what in the world am I? Because like, they're
But you
talking
know what's
about,
crazy? You're not alone. That's most of the space.
yeah,
I'm being deadly serious. Like most of, and this again, people, is me saying this respectfully.
yeah,
Most of the content creators, most of the supporters of in content are squares. Respectfully, people. That's not a diss, by the way. That is
yeah,
not a diss whatsoever. Like but like that's what, like, for real. So I don't think, but obviously you won't know this at the time. But yeah, you're not in
yeah,
like the minority. And there's nothing wrong with being a square, by the way, people. That's not a shot. You see him
right.
here all the time, people. I'm saying,
Mhm.
you're docs like Steve on the channel on a regular basis. You don't know what it is. He is numero uno square. But that's my dog though. But go on.
Yeah. No, I mean it was a risk for sure too, because I didn't know how people were going to respond to
Yeah.
anything anyone would say, right?
Yeah.
But it was great. We were just all talking about life, getting different perspectives. I got to learn a lot about Northside and Lee and whoever would join. A lot of different people would join at random times. It was fun. It was just fun because we were just getting to know everyone as a person outside of football. And then, of course, you just meet other people through that. And it was great. So
Oh, love that. So you're still growing. And was there anyone who you worked with and you're like, wow, I'm working with such and such because you had watched them beforehand?
I still like I've only been on Saeed's channel one time, but I think
Yeah.
if I went on Saeed's channel again, I think I would still kind of like fangirl a little bit just because
Yeah.
I feel like that's one of the people that I don't know, I just like Saeed. He's funny, he's
Yes, Saeed, super entertaining. Who don't like this? The thing is, if you don't like Saeed, something's wrong with you. That's how I look at it. Like, if you don't like Saeed, something is wrong with you.
yeah.
That's how I look at it. I'm like, nah. You can't not like. He's literally in this space, national track, because it's not just you doing these next up specials. So many people have mentioned him. His name
Yeah.
has popped up literally on I think every single one I've done so far, people have mentioned it, and he's right there for me. Like one of the
Yeah.
GOATs, 100%. Someone I'm still, even though I work with him on a regular basis, I'm still a fan of.
Mhm.
Still, just because that's my guy now, that's my G, doesn't change that fact. And he's just super entertaining. And yeah, like
Yeah.
you see is what you get. So you would still, I understand what you're saying.
I
Exactly
think
that.
too, like even just being on here, like I get so like honored when people ask me to come on their channel. So being on Q&As here, like I love it. Like it's a huge it means a lot to me when people ask. But I think too, I will say, and I haven't done this yet,
Go on.
but I am determined to get my ball knowledge up because I am determined to do a stream with rants. I
Yes.
want it to be organic because I
Yeah.
feel like if rants ask me on a stream, then I'll be like, okay, now I know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Like, so like that's like a little goal that I have in my head for me to
That's
just keep
fair.
learning and understanding my club
Yeah.
and the sport. Cause like if Rance like is open to have a conversation with me, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And that's it. It's just, and look how far look how much more you know now than you did at the start. It's
Yeah.
only been 3 years.
Yeah.
And you never stop learning. I've been
Mhm.
watching football most of my life.
Yeah.
And I'm still learning things. And the thing is, you can still learn things from people who would have been watching it like much less, because there's always new things and there's always new things in regards to football, new subjects, new topics,
Yeah.
formations, players, systems, managers. Like football is never just flatline. It might flatline for a little bit, but not for a long period of time. It's much different. So if you've been watching 3 years, it's changed from when you started watching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Football's not the same now, 2025, than it was in 2022.
no.
Not in the slightest. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, that will all come in time. And the reason why people, this is why I do these next up specials. Reason why people reach out to you is because one, they do rate you as a content creator, and two, you're entertaining. People
Mhm.
don't just bring random people on. I say this all the time, and you mentioned it about being honored and feeling a privilege when people reach out to you. They don't have to. So if they do, they've picked you for a reason.
Yeah.
I just don't let anybody on Q&As. You know this.
Yeah.
I'm saying Ryan begrudgingly gets the link every now and again. Sometimes I might say no to him.
Speaking
But
of
you
that,
meant
it is 16 out of 10 day.
it is 60. It is 16 out of 10
Or
day people. It
10,
is
16.
16 out of 10 day. It is
At
16
least
out
in
of 10.
America, maybe not in the UK anymore, but
Yeah, it's gone past. But yeah, shout out to Ryan every single time. But yeah, that's what it is. Whether it's Don Hassam, whether it's Saeed that you've been there once, whether it's Gunner, whether it's Northside, etc., etc. So during all this, as you're going on other live streams as well, actually, let's take a pause for the calls. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Make sure you subscribe to Sunshine FC, people. The link is in the title. The link is in the title, people. Click the link, opens up a new tab. Make sure you subscribe to Sunshine FC. I'm going to add the link underneath in the description in a second, but subscribe to our channel, run up the likes here, subscribe to the Sarcasm City TV YouTube channel as well. So yeah, back to it. This is where I was going to go to. And big up Shami, who's been a member of the channel for 3 months.
yeah,
And big up
Sham.
Sunshine. You've been smashing it. Respect. See? So what was it like? So as you're going on different people's channels and your brand is growing, you're still posting on TikTok. Obviously, you did the 1 million views in a couple weeks, just like brag. When was then the focus in regards to your channel, and when did you start deciding to go live on your channel? Because you started off with just uploading videos. You're on mute. Sunshine, you're on mute. Oh, good. No stress.
So sorry.
It's all good.
I have to look because I don't remember. So
Okay.
the first live stream that I have is an MLS watch along. So
Yeah.
I was watching Inter Miami. I think it was one of Messi's first games.
Mhm.
And then I watched Manchester United versus Fulham a year ago. So maybe last season is when I started going. So the first season I watched Man United, I was just on TikTok. I was doing watch alongs on TikTok, so I was going live on there.
Okay.
But I started going live on YouTube the second season.
Right.
So last season.
And what made you decide to start going live on YouTube alongside the TikTok?
I don't know. I kind of wanted to grow, I guess, and see if I could do both. So I just tried it.
That's fair. And then from when you tried it, was you nervous about going live on YouTube rather than recording videos, or was you comfortable because you'd been on other people's channels with the lives?
No, I wasn't nervous because I had already been doing lives on TikTok. I think I was more nervous about the technical side of things, but I'd already been watching games on live already, so it was just a different platform.
Okay, that's cool. And then where was where did the idea come from, or ideas, I should say, to do more on your channel? So in regards to panelist shows, you've got other shows, you got F1 on there as well, plus more. Like when was that when you was like, okay, I'm going to start focusing more on my own platform? Because I know you're continuing to get asked to go on other platforms.
I think it's just watching other people and seeing what they do and getting inspiration from that and seeing how I could kind of make it my own. And this is where I kind of have to shout out like the grassroots side of football YouTube, because these guys, like, they're great. I'm talking about like Don C, Prime, Sheik, Steve,
Thanks.
even like Warrior. He's in the chat all the time, but like I've talked to him. TJ, like just these guys that are kind of in the same spot that I'm in, just letting me chat with them. Ends as well. There's just a lot of people that were just nice and made me feel like I was kind of knew what I was talking about, even though I'm kind of learning. So that helped. Obviously, I haven't been on a stream with them, but the Bayesian guys as well. Like there's just a lot of people there. Just interacting with people kind of gave me the confidence to be like, okay, like maybe I can do a stream. Now, the panel things are kind of new for me, but I was doing streams by myself all the time, doing Champions League reviews, match reactions. I was just streaming by myself a lot. And then it kind of, I don't know. I'm trying to do both, but that's kind of just so shout out to them, because I don't know. They're just good people. And again, they support me. They want to talk with me about football. They are nice. So
They
Yeah.
invite you on their channels as well.
Yeah.
Because everyone you mentioned there has a channel. So shout out to everyone that you just
Yeah.
mentioned there, because they're all real ones. So it's not even a surprise that I hear those names. And what was it like seeing your growth from an individual standpoint as a brand, and then also YouTube and TikTok as well? Like, did you see growth where you started seeing regular people in your chat, or your social media numbers, Twitter, Instagram, started going up or anything? He was like, people really actually like support me. They're really a
Yeah.
fan of what I do.
So TikTok kind of just blew up since that Rashford video. And then I just kept posting from there. My first Twitter blew up and was growing really fast, but then I lost it because I don't know, just got banned for some weird reason. They said I was selling crypto, which I'd never done. So
Yeah,
my
Twitter
new
be losing
TikTok or
mind.
my new Twitter's not growing at all. I don't know if there's a new algorithm or whatever, but that's okay to me. I
All
would
in
say
time.
that, huh?
I said all in time because I had the
Yeah,
same issue trying to grow. I'm trying to grow mine. So
yeah.
yeah, I hear it. Trust me.
But I
Trust
think
me.
it was the honestly, it was the redirects from other creators that really just helped me.
Mm,
Lee would redirect to me. Saeed would always as well.
love that.
Even Rants at times would redirect. Like just being
Love
people
that.
I don't even like. They're just I didn't ask for it. They're just redirecting to me.
Mm,
You redirect to me all the time.
of course.
Northside, like all these bigger creators, just like that helps a lot. Like I know it sounds silly, but
Mm,
that really helped me grow was the redirects, and then obviously going on the shows. But that also too is just like it's just like a nice gesture. Yeah, Monts as well. A lot of people have. That's what I'm saying. Like that I even asked. Cass has redirected to me.
love that.
Just a
Yeah.
lot of people showing love, and so that's why I always want to make sure I can do the same. But that helped my YouTube grow for sure. And then of course the TikTok helps. Now it's different because like obviously I have um like 67K on TikTok, so trying to get
Let's
some
go.
people have crossed over. I've met Gigi from TikTok.
Mhm.
Daniel's in my like I've met people through that and like created a group chat from that. This past preseason match that I went to, I've met people from my TikTok member group chat. So it's just cool to see that kind of stuff come to fruition. Um, in real life. So
Yeah, well, I love that. And like you said, redirects and raids do happen, and it is showing
yeah.
how much it's a lovely space. And I asked you about something as well, because I remember this one vividly because I was in the comments and it was a stream. I
Oh
can't
no.
remember. No, it's not. It's nothing bad. United were playing Arsenal, so I can't remember if United were at home. Arsenal away. It was a live stream on your channel, and it was you, Faz, Lee Gunner, and Northside. It was the
Oh, it
four
was
of
a
you
it
lot.
was a preview.
Yeah, it was a preview. But if I remember correctly, did they say, "All right, we're doing the preview on your channel"? Because that seemed to be what was going on in the conversation, like on the stream.
Well,
Like you didn't ask them; they was like,
yeah.
"We're joining." You know, Gunner and the offside was like, "Nah, we doing it on your channel." How did that come about? Talk about
Yeah.
that.
So because I'd always go on their channel, they were
Yeah,
like, "Why don't we ever go on yours?" And I'm like, "Why would you want to go on my channel? Like that doesn't make any sense." And so I had talked to them both and they were like, "If you ever want us to come on, just we'll come on the channel. Don't worry about it." And
right.
so I was like, "Okay, we're playing each other soon. Do you guys want to do a preview?" And then Lee was like, "We need one more person, a United fan." And he was like, "Let's get fast." So I'll message him and he'll come. And then he did.
Yeah.
So
Because I remember it vividly in the chat watching it, because they was like, "Yeah, we have to force you to do this. Like, we
yeah.
we 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 organized that. That's gotta be cool though. That Gunner, Northside, and Faz, three big content creators in the space were like, we going on your channel. It was a good stream as well.
Yeah. No, like listen, I'm gonna just be candid about this. I know
Well,
that Lee gets a lot of slack. And I'm just gonna talk about Lee for a second.
cool.
But like genuinely, he's been so nice. And like when good things happen and I post him on my Instagram, he's the first person to DM me almost every time. Every time. "This is amazing. I'm so happy for you." Or even just like a little like on it. Every
Mm.
time. Every time. Um, if I needed something, I could text him or call him right now, 100%, and be
That's
like,
Gunner for you in a
"Hey, can you help
nutshell.
me with this?" He
That's
would do it.
that's him. That's Gunner
Um,
in it. For those that don't know, sorry to cut you off. That's Gunner in a nut. That's it.
yeah.
He's exactly like that. But go on, carry on, carry on.
And so it's just like I know there's like a performance and like an entertainment aspect to YouTube. I
Mm.
get that. Like, but these are just people who are just like, I don't know, online talking about football. And it's just an honor, again, to be like on their channels a lot. And then they're like, well, why don't we come on yours? Like, why would you want to come on my channel? That makes no sense. You have no business being on my channel. So,
You have no, that is typical you as well. That's exact. Could you imagine you saying that? Anyone else would be like, "What? All right, let's sort this." You're like, "Why? I was saying, why would you do that?"
yeah.
But that's Gunner for you. Like I say, people can say what they want about Gunner in regards to him responding to people and him going back and forth with people. Just people. I've said this before about Gunner. He lives for that.
Yeah.
He loves it. And here's the thing about Gunner. When he says, I don't give a fuck, he genuinely means that. Like, he cares more about you losing than him winning. That's Gunner for you. He has a suicide bomber mindset. You don't care what happened to him as long as he blows you up. That's all he cares about, man. That's Gunner in a nutshell. It is. And hey, to Barnes, yo, you lot can join the Q&A whenever you're ready. You lot know this.
I have to get on a stream with them. So if they join, you have to let me know because
Yeah. I've got
it is
this guy,
criminal.
like I'm not gonna let the OGs on the Q&A.
Yeah.
I offered you, man, to join the Q&A the other week. It was one of the games you lot had lost in the past 3. So yeah, you lot are more than welcome to join the Q&A. So everyone else does. So yeah, feel free.
Yeah.
But sorry, go on. But yeah, Gunner's a real one. He's a real one.
No, I mean, again, that's Northside as well. Like, just people that are just at the core, they're nice. They're nice, and I have to make sure I, respect them for that because they don't have to be like just some random girl from America just talking about football. Like, they don't have to do anything. They didn't have to talk to me. They didn't have to do any of that. And this is for Staffy. This is for anybody. Everyone has been Hassam, Terry. Why is Terry asking, hey, do you want to come on the football terrace and do the panel after the match? What? Why? Like, it makes no sense to me. And like Terry too, like I don't understand. Like, if I needed something from Terry too, I could call. I could ask.
Yeah.
I could ask and just be like, hey, I need your insight on this. What do you think?
Yeah. And he'll
Like,
give you his insight.
yeah.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. I wish I had an answer. I would just say, just be yourself. Just be genuine. Don't be fake. Because the thing is too, like, we're not stupid. People aren't stupid either. They can tell if you're not being genuine. So
Yes.
one thing I do appreciate about a lot of the people I've met is they are that at the core of it. They're just their own person.
And
We don't agree on everything.
the reason why I'm laughing as well is because that's been a common theme in these next up specials, what you just said. People are getting asked to be in on streams and they're like, why?
Yeah.
Like constantly, like Javon was like, yeah, I lie you, I tell, when he was talking about like Matisse and Lewis reaching out. Giannis mentioned it, Zaire mentioned it. Or like who else mentioned it? Sheik mentioned it, like with the whole troops thing when he was like, "Your troops messaged me." I was like, "What?" So it's just, it's what's the word I'm looking for? I'm trying to figure the best word to describe it, but it's very nice to see that people are grateful and show gratitude for big content creators reaching out, which I get because I'm the exact same. When a big content creator reaches out to me, I'm like, "What? Me? Like, huh?" Like. So yeah, so that's why I was laughing. He was like, wait, but don't do yourself a disservice. There's a reason they're reaching out to you because you're very good at what you do. Hence why we're doing the special because you are one of the ones that's next up.
Yeah.
See how things go full circle.
Yeah. I just hope that I never lose that perspective. And I always want to make sure like I can redirect when I can. And I, even if I can't stay, I pop in a live or I hit up the like button. Cause that stuff, it really helps. I know it sounds silly, but when you're making thumbnails, guys, it's a lot. Like,
talk about it.
It's a lot. And so you're making thumbnails after a long day at work. And then for us in the States, we're getting up 4 or 5 a.m. I'm watching Eric Ten Hag at 4 a.m. to lose. Like, it's a lot. And for me, I don't know. I always want to make sure that I'm supporting people the way that I'd want to be supported, but the way that they always support me too when I don't even ask, So That's the biggest thing.
I love that for real. Like, and it is, and it's very, very wholesome to hear how you talking about it as well. But that's credit to you again because you're the time zone you're in, and
Yeah.
it's 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m. I work with Eddie and Sheik. You know this. They West Coast time, and they're
Mhm.
waking up watch alongs, and Eddie's
Yeah.
fell asleep a couple times on watch
Yeah.
alongs. It's been that bad. So no, that is credit to it. And how have you handled working in the space, like you said, getting accustomed to making your own thumbnails, backgrounds, topic ideas, reaching out to
Mhm.
people, trying to be consistent with a schedule on your channel?
Okay, so this is kind of where it's gonna get a little maybe serious for me because
Well,
I love that side of it. I love creating the graphics. I love the thumbnails. I love that side of it. I love, but
very
I
good at
think
it, by the way.
I've lost the fun in it maybe a little bit
Mm,
because somebody said something. I was watching a TV show the other day and it stuck with me the past couple of days because they
mm,
were comparing themselves to somebody. And then their friend was like, don't you can admire, but don't compare. Right. And so for me, I'm getting lost in this space of like I feel like I'm falling behind. Like I feel like I'm not good enough anymore. Like I feel like I lost my spark. I
mm,
feel like no one's really reaching out much more because I'm not posting, and because I'm not posting, I'm going to lose everything, and because of that, I don't post cuz I just lose all motivation.
mm,
And so I want to get back to a place where I don't care about that, and
mm,
I was where I was at the beginning because I just liked football and I
yeah.
wanted to post about it. But the football part has died, and it's like I'm so worried about um analytics and what the title needs to be, and um
It's
you
work
know.
now.
Yeah.
Right before it was just fun, just talking football, but now it's more of I've built something, so there's that
And it's not even
pressure
like
to continue to
I've
do well. Go
built
on.
anything really. It's just I wanted
Now
to
you built
grow
something.
and I care.
Yeah. Look at the numbers
And
on TikTok on your YouTube channel. You built something.
and I yeah, I feel like I've lost my creative edge. Like
Mm.
I'm barely posting on TikTok now. Like I feel like I can't even it sucks to say, but like I'm in a rut creatively,
I think that's
but
what it sounds like. Yeah.
um I just kind of lost my spark a bit, and I'm trying to find my way back, and I think it's just you just have to like push your way through it sometimes, but
Absolutely.
I think it's the comparisons that are really getting to me cuz there's no timeline for anybody, you know? And so I'm just trying to navigate that without letting it all go.
You're on your own timeline. You
Yeah.
watched the last season of Loki, the whole timeline thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like you are. And you are on your own path, your own journey to do what you need to do. And I think getting into a rut, I don't think that is like Mike saying it feels normal, to be honest, Sunshine. So he's probably been, I think we all go through that.
Yeah.
When you're doing something week daily,
Yes, here. Yeah.
you're gonna lose that creative spark at times, even if it's a little bit or going a rut, for example. I think we'll all go there, but then it's a question of getting yourself out of it, bringing someone else on, new idea, something like that.
Yeah. Which has
I
been the
think that,
hardest thing with these panels because I haven't been able to be as consistent as I would like,
yeah,
but that's because a lot of personal things have happened too. So like some
yes,
things have happened outside of football that I can't control.
sure, yeah,
But
that
like
makes sense.
it like I don't know, because I love the panels that I have, especially the two new ones I made.
Mm,
But I just like I'm struggling. I'm struggling to
mhm,
like do it every week, and not everyone can show up every week, which is again it's
yeah,
totally fine. But like um I always have to like step back and be like, why am I doing this? Because
mhm,
I love the sport and I love talking to people and
yeah,
I love the people that I'm talking to. They're amazing. And I'm honored that like I can have a panel with all women talking about the Premier League. I'm honored that like
love that.
John C and Prime and Charlie. I think Charlie's great.
Shout out Charlie every single time.
And Enns and Patrick. want to come on the channel, you know?
See?
Yasir,
Yeah.
he wants to talk to me about F1 and I have no idea what I'm talking about. So there's a lot of good. I'm just trying to navigate the negative. And I overthink, so it's like my mind can go so many directions.
Which is a good and a bad thing. I think is a good thing because of how it's helped you get so far, but then could be a bad thing because you get in your own way at times. But I think, like you said, people saying it in the chat is normal. Think so. You're always like in this content creator space, it's like a laptop and is 1,000 tabs open on the internet browser. That's what it's like being in this space.
Yeah.
It's constant type of thing. But I think you will definitely come out of it with that creative spark because it's there. Because of your genuine love for football. So it will come back. And this is why I always tell you post.
Yeah.
Tell you all the time post. I'm like, yeah, you got to post. Otherwise, I'm like, give your account to me. I'll post for you. Post. Let's do something joint. Real. Like, because your TikToks are hilarious. Like I say, that Pep Guardiola one in particular.
I don't know why you think that one is so funny. It's so
that is
funny.
hilarious. Hey, have you not seen it? That's hilarious. You know what it is? It's because it's so simple but so effective, and adding the music as well, which is key, which is ideal. Like without the music, it's not as funny, and that's just typical of Pep, just being over the top. Like, what does that mean? Like, what was that instruction?
Yeah, I have no idea.
This is what I'm saying. Like, no one knew what that was. How do you incorporate that? I'm going to try and find it and play it. Incorporate that. Like, what are we doing here? That Flawless Sunshine cooking Douglas Louise was my favorite. Why did you cook Douglas Louise? Let's talk about that.
Is he did this little shimmy shake one time. I think this is the one that he's talking about. And so I think when we played them, something happened when he played us. I can't remember. But then I did the shimmy shake in my TikTok, and he does that little thing like this. I don't know. I think that's what Warrior's talking about. Yeah. I could be wrong though.
He'll let us know. He'll definitely let us know. See, look, I say that going through the same thing right now, Sunshine, it ain't easy.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Like it is. But the creative spark will be because it's your love for the football club. That don't go, and love for the sport, that doesn't go anywhere. It's just creatively trying to get that out and sort that out. And like you said, being surrounded by people that you like working with is also a big help as well. Because they can just click you back out of it. And that's why,
and it's crazy though, because like in the midst of, and this is why I just like, I wish I want to help as many people as I can, because in the midst of like all of the confusion and like, do I want to keep doing this? Like random opportunities will pop up, right? Yes. Then I got to go on a Premier League show.
Talk about that. What was that like? Let's go there. What was it like when they reached out to you for the Premier League show? What was your first thoughts?
Well, I have to say, now I don't think that they post on YouTube much, but there's a Man City podcast group called Shades of Blue that were super helpful and like catalyst to me getting connected with that, because I guess he couldn't go on one day and he was like, hey, she can do it kind of thing. And he's a City fan. And so that's how I got connected with that team. And then I had been on it once before, but then this time they're like, hey, do you want to come on our like prediction show? We have Anita there. And I was like, shut up. Because I don't know.
Cool.
Kate and Anita, like the women that are like doing their thing, I just think they're so cool. And I look up to them a lot. And so the fact that you're seeing her talking to these players on the Champions League pitch, after the game, and being able to talk to her about Man United was like the coolest thing ever. And so it's just a blessing. It is just a blessing. And I don't have any other way to explain that. Like and that's in the midst of me not wanting to do this anymore, And then like when those moments happen, I'm like, okay, God, are you like telling me that like I'm doing okay? Like I don't need to like worry about it too much,
Yes. So. Because if roles was reversed and I was telling you this, what would you say to me?
That, yeah.
So you just have to just look at it you have to look at yourself from the outside. You're looking at yourself in the situation. If I told you that exactly what you just said right now, and I said to you, what does that mean? Does that mean I'm going in the right direction? You'd say yes. Look how what you've done is definitely clear sign, clear as day. So I think you should continue. And has there been any other moments in the space like that, similar to that? You like, oh, that was a cool moment, or working with such and such, that was cool, or funny stream, or anything of that note, or a message, maybe someone in the comment section, maybe comment on social media.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So I had posted this past summer I went to the preseason match in Atlanta, and I posted a video about Kobe Manu and Lenny Euro, and then Lenny Euro liked it and favorited it, and I was like, what the crap? So that was pretty cool. Because he's one of my favorite players, so shout out to the thumbnail as well on the team. And it's just the everyday things. I think also just on TikTok, I will say the Gold Diggers crew, amazing.
Shout out Gold Diggers.
Amazing women. I like the love that they've shown me, they are just so cool. And I hope I get to meet all of them one day, but I think doing those WTLF streams was really awesome because that's where I first got to meet some of them personally, like Lauren and Tima. And so hope to interview more of them as well. But yeah, just moments talking to people like that. TikTok has been crazy. So I recently had to film clips to ask questions to players. So that was cool, but I didn't like the players.
Just bypassing that. Whoa. How did that come about? You ain't just gonna bypass that like it's normal. Yeah, I had to film some questions to ask players. Whoa. Let's go back. Where's my guy YG? Whoa. Let's go back to the top there. How did that come about?
I just got an email.
From
Premier League team out of Productions. I don't know.
Just huge blessing. That. Hey, the Premier League just don't email anybody. We just this is a £1 billion corporation, and you're just the Premier League just emailed me. They just out here just emailing anyone. So what was that like receiving that email?
It was the coolest thing. I'm gonna be honest because
let's talk about it. We're gonna celebrate that.
I just was checking my phone and then, hey, we're filming this thing for 2 players on the team. Can you film yourself asking them a this or that question? And I was like, what? So I always check the email to make sure it's not spam.
Yes, you have to.
It's some random person could be emailing me, but I was like,
Liquid Liberties, but we'll get to this. Sorry, go on as you were.
So I responded, and I was like, yeah, sure. And then they told me when I had to film it, and then I did. So yeah, I don't know where it's going to post or anything, but I asked 2 players a question. So
who do you know who the players? Who were the players you asked the questions?
It was Luke Shaw and Mason Mount.
Okay. And how was that like? Because I know you crafted them questions meticulously. Or was it just 2 questions? You was like, all right, I'm gonna
really
talk about
because one of them they had me ask a specific question because it was geared towards Mason Mount scoring versus Sunderland. So I had to film it. I had to film a question they wanted me to, but then the other ones I could pick. So I just filmed the random ones. Now
it's gonna be good.
I just obviously you want to be cheeky, but I didn't want to get people in trouble. So I just was like, do you practice your goal celebration in the mirror kind of thing? It was just random things. Cause let's be real. I'm not gonna say that. It was an awesome experience. It's Luke Shaw. So you guys know my thoughts on Luke Shaw. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. First, and shout out to Jared. It says, go ahead, Sky. One of my favorite female content creators. A love from Bermuda. That must have been a true breakout moment in your life. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, I mean, think about the fact that a United player is going to see my face. That's kind of crazy.
There you go. Euro might recognize it
no matter what player it is. So
yeah, you might Euro.
I was like, again, it's those, and again, it's a moment, a random moment where I'm struggling, where I'm literally I don't want to do this anymore. I want to delete my channel. I'm tired. I'm not good at this. And then I just get this random email. And I'm like, okay, what the heck? I don't know, guys. I don't have the answer. All I can say is all I can say, if I were to like give somebody something
Well,
outside of my like complaining and like I don't know what I'm trying to do, but if there's something that you like, whether it's football, whether it's knitting, whether it's reading a book, if you feel a urge to talk about that or post content about it or do anything with it, do it
mhm.
because you don't know what's going to happen. And
That's
um, yeah, I owe a lot of, I owe everything I am to God and like, I mean, just people's kindness too. So
love that for real. And let me ask you as well, what's it like seeing the support from the people? So the people who are like regulars in your chat. So this is outside of content creators. This is actual people who watch your content. What's that been like? Like seeing the growth from like an individual brand perspective, more so than just the channel, even though it goes hand in hand.
say that one more time. I'm sorry, my boss texted me.
Nah, that's cool, no problem. That's fine. So yeah, I was asking in regards to outside of content creators like helping you, what's it like seeing your individual brand grow? I like seeing people in the chat on a regular basis. So you become, and it's like right, you become good friends with them, and you get to know them because they actually like you. Like what's it like seeing that growth and actually becoming somebody people are a fan of, like content creator wise?
Yeah, I think that's been the most humbling thing is seeing people like find a community in the chat. Um, seeing people like Warrior wanting to do timestamps or um, you know, Sham is in there all the time, Reba's there. There's so many people like in the chat all the time. Mr. Joshy J, like I think it's humbling because you're like, they want to watch my channel, you know, they want to watch what I have to say, they want to support the streams that I'm doing. It's hard to that to me is probably the coolest thing and the most um it's the thing that I appreciate the most is that people want to interact with what I'm doing. That to me is the coolest thing because it's like it's just I don't know how to explain it, but it means a lot for sure.
I do love that, and I can tell how much gratitude that gives you as well.
Yeah.
I really, really do. So before we do close out, people, make sure you subscribe to Sunshine FC. Again, let me say that again. Subscribe to Sunshine FC, people. Subscribe. The link's in the title. The link's also underneath in the description, right at the top. Or you can just go to the YouTube search bar and type in Sunshine FC as well. You've kind of already touched on this, but I'm going to ask it because there could be further future future goals for you and future plans, short term, medium term, long term. And that's from an individual brand perspective, also your YouTube channel, also TikTok as well.
Yeah, those are great questions. I think uh like I'm trying to think of the word. I think the not so deep things goals that I have, I guess. I want to get 100K on TikTok. Um and then for YouTube 3K is what I'm trying to get. But outside of that, like I just want to get back to posting again cuz I want to. Like I just want to get in the right headspace. So
Yeah.
I would say maybe those three things and um not worry about what else, you know? Just post because I like it and because I like the people that I'm talking to. I want to give them a platform too. So that would be probably like my goals, I guess you could say, is being consistent and then the 100K on TikTok and um 3K on YouTube. So
Let's go. And you're going to get there 110%. You're going to get there. Without that. That's why I asked about goals and any other like outside of that, like future plans, like outside of the goals that you're like, all right, cool. Like you already mentioned, for instance, like wanting to work with Rants at some point on a
yeah,
stream, but you don't necessarily have to be working with a content creator, but anything. It
yeah,
could be like giving your platform to another content creator type of thing, and then they create their own channel. I'm just giving examples.
yeah. Yeah, that's a great question. I think meeting everybody for during the World Cup at some point would be a huge goal, I guess, just to see people in person.
Yeah.
and like be able to like tell them things in person, like thank you and everything. So I would say going to the World Cup games, even if it's not going to a match, just seeing everybody. Going to Manchester, of course, is like top of the list. I want to go to Manchester United game at Old Trafford so bad. I think I'll cry. I know I'm gonna cry, but that's probably like top of the list. And fun fact, I have not seen us win in person ever. I've been to 3 preseason matches and we lost all of them. So,
All right, so we need to get the
well,
dub.
I think we drew versus Everton, I
We need to
think.
get the
But
dub.
and then um yeah, I think I my biggest goal, like if this ever happened, I would love it. But I want to get to a place where when I redirect to somebody, it really helps them.
I get
Cause
you.
like when people like I don't know. I just want to get to that place where if I redirect to somebody, it helps them. I just want to like really reciprocate everything that I've gotten. So for me, that's something that I want to do. So that's like I've always every time I get like a redirect or something that's like I wish I could do that for somebody else, you know? Because I love redirecting, but like I mean,
It helps
I don't
though.
know if
No
it's
matter
helping
if
that
it's
much,
if
but
it's if it if it's 10 people, 100
yeah,
people, or 1,000 people, it all helps.
yeah,
Trust me, it all helps. That's why redirecting, no matter the size of the redirect, helps. That's why
yeah,
I'm grateful as you are. I know you are. And it's like
hmm
that's why I'll send people. Yeah, redirecting is a great help. 100%.
yeah. And then I think just too, if I could make like it, even if it's not full time, like a part time thing, like financially, that would obviously help because you're putting all this time into it. It would be nice to like get that back in a way.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I just go to more games, go to the World Cup, go to everything. I want to go to Champions League matches. I want to,
Champions League matches are elite.
yeah, I want to just,
I'm saying.
I want to find a way to really embrace that football culture that I've never had. And
Yeah.
that I just want to experience it. I don't care where I'm at. I could be at the Bernabeu. What are you kidding me? I want to go Aliens.
Mm.
I just want to go. I just want to
Yeah.
go to a match and just embrace that. So, yeah.
I love that for true. Without
Thank
that,
you.
and see you lot in the chat. Yeah. Carmen saying big up Sunshine. That's very sweet. Sai saying big up Sunshine. She truly deserves this brilliant content creator. And that's Sai saying that. That's
That's
how
very
you
nice.
know. That's how you know. Shout says Sunshine, you're smashing it. Keep backing yourself. You're doing it for all those women in football and showing the next generation that we have a voice too. Keep going, girl. Look at
That's
that.
very nice.
I'm saying big up Sunshine, as you can see in the comment section as well. And Takamri says, how come you can't just buy tickets to a match and
I
go? From
know.
an American perspective, that rattles me because they're so high in demand. That's why. There's not just like United ain't Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, City. You can just walk in, because the place is half empty unless United are there. Like people, United tickets are high in demand, like high, even as bad as we've been, supremely like they're not just
That's
floating
crazy.
around. See them other clubs in the Prem, like them you can go. You can just walk to Anfield, just walk in. You know what I'm saying, and people obviously I'm being over the top to prove a point, but yeah, that's why they're just that high in demand.
Yeah.
That's it. But anything else we've not mentioned? Any other cool stories or cool moments that you're like, this was cool when this happened?
I don't think so. I would just say thank you all for like in the chat too for your help. I really needed this today, I think, just to kind of
Oh,
reflect on the past couple of years because you kind of forget, what every like your story and how you got to where you are. And there's a lot more to go, but even just the fact that you were willing to let me cuz these specials are like really cool. And obviously, we're all it's nice to hear everybody's story no
facts.
matter what, where you are in your content journey, but thank you as well. I think one of the things that I've told Flawless this before, but one thing I appreciate about Flawless and that I kind of want to emulate too is that he's so good at his community aspect of his channel. Like I love just how he interacts with the chat, how he interacts with the panelists, the community and the NBA games. Like I remember going on the playback and just joining those streams and watching NBA with everybody. So like I appreciate the way Flawless goes to the community aspect of things because That's special to me. That's something special that Flawless does because nobody else is really doing that. They have panels, but like you're not getting to see a Lee Gunner or a Saeed or a Northside late at night on an NBA stream and just chatting to him there and having that, or on a video game. And so for me, I think I really found community with Sarcasm City because
This place is genuine city.
it's just, yeah, it's just, it was
actually
always
crazy.
around. It's always, it was always something to do. And as an American, like at my prime time where most of you guys are sleeping, Flawless is live, you know? So it gave me like something to watch when I was off of work.
Yeah.
And so getting to know everybody through there, especially the NBA streams.
Which will be back next week, people, as well, by the way.
Yeah. And the gaming streams, of course, EAFC. Like, I love the community aspect of Sarcasm City. So that's something that I'd want to emulate on my channel and always want to try to do because that's the bread and butter of it. Like for me, especially as a Christian too, like people are the purpose. Like you want to get to know people. You want to hear their story. You want to get to know them outside of your niche, right? So I love that I can do that in Sarcasm City. So I just wanted to say that because that was a huge part of like my journey too, for sure.
I love for that. I appreciate that. I do, and it is a genuine city. You know what I'm saying, with just absolutely crazy people running around, but clean-hearted, good people. That's what it is. But it's just
except Ray.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Don't be him. You get kicked out of the city. But that's what it is. Like Steve's a madman, but that's what it is. Like it's your personality fits, and you just want to have a good time and like chill out. You mentioned the NBA streams as well. Like it's not, yes, we can all sit down and talk about football seriously and break it down tactically and give serious views and have genuine debate. Same with NBA, same with other sports we cover. But there's the funny aspect to it. Hence why it's not United Fan TV, for example.
Yeah.
Like I was like, Sarcasm City, like that's where we going with it. Cause I gotta easily rebrand it, change the name and stuff like that. But love for the kind words, I appreciate that because that's what I want people to be like when they join here. It's like, oh, like I'm accepted here. Yes, we accept all. Unless you're Ryan, like we genuinely accept all. Like we do, no matter gender, no matter religion, no matter race, no matter where you are in the world, age, we don't care. We got all types of things. I think literally everybody is ticked on the box. Yeah. Like we've ticked everybody in regards to the ethnicity. Everyone, like you'll find them here at Sarcasm City. We got a German, we got African speaking German over here. Where else you gonna find that who supports Dortmund and Spurs?
Yeah,
that's not. And then you've got the crazy American from the Midwest who supports like 7 teams, including Rangers and Benfica. Like that's what it is. It's like, yeah, except all.
Then you got that guy in El Paso that likes Spurs. It makes no sense. It makes no sense.
That's the point I'm talking about. It's like, makes no sense. Yeah, I even mentioned it. Like it's literally you got Indian peoples, you got Asians on here. They're all saying Africans, Caribbean, Europeans, North America, South America. The list goes on. So love for that. I appreciate that. It means a lot. And for me, it means a lot.
And then I agree too, Warrior. I'm really excited for that special. So hopefully that happens at some point where we talk about Flawless. But I will say too, tomorrow I'm doing the all women's panel. So if there's anything you support on my page, support that stream because those women are really awesome and they're much smarter than me on the sport. And I think it's a really great stream. We have Gigi on there that I met through YouTube. Kels is on there. Kate, you guys probably see her on the Football Terrace all the time. She's a Spurs fan. And Soph, she's the Arsenal fan. So I'm really proud of it. And those girls are awesome. And I just think it's a really good stream. So
I love that. So you lot, make sure go subscribe to Sunshine FC, people. Make sure you are hitting the like. Make sure you're in the comments. But if you can't get there live, you watch it back after. Hit the like button and then you comment after, people. Get over to Sunshine's channel and go and support not just that show, all the content. Make sure you follow her on TikTok and support her. Definitely.
And we're looking for a Chelsea fan. So if you know a female Chelsea fan, I've already reached out to a couple, but we can't.
Female Chelsea fan. I know
I was going to get Prime in a wig, but he wasn't up for it. So
Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. He was gonna get Prime in a wicket. It's mad. That is crazy. Surprised. I'm surprised he went up for it, to be honest. Knowing Prime. Surprised. Shout out Prime though. But yeah, female Chelsea fan people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, female Chelsea fan. If you are out there, yes, I did because I responded to I. You seen what I responded as well. And people, every time I do these specials, because these specials are not about me. See this one, next up special. All the other specials is on previously, the originals, the second waves. These ain't about me, but I will do my special at some point. I don't know when, but I'll do it. I'm gonna shout my brother Tox. I get him to host it because obviously
great.
that's my Cody. So we know each other for years. So therefore, I get him to host it, and I'll definitely, because you lot, every time I do these specials, you lot always ask you when you're doing your special. So I will do it and tell the story. I've told bits and pieces of it, but I will sit down in full and tell the story. But like I said, this ain't about me. This is all about Sunshine, and I'm glad that this next up special allowed you to reflect on how far along you've come on your journey. Because a lot of people just always look ahead because we're just so focused, and you're very goal driven and very focused. And it's like, all right, I've got to do this and where I'm heading. But look how far you've come along. How far? Leaps and bounds. Someone would have told you was here 3 years ago, you wouldn't believe it.
No.
You know what I'm saying? However many millions views later, however many thousands views on YouTube later, subscribers, the channels you've been on, the numbers you racked up. Like, so that's credit to you. It is. Hey, shut up, Si. How about that? It is.
And shout out to the chat as well. I really appreciate all the kind words and for being here, listening to me talk.
Only right.
And thanks, Follis, again for having me. It's been a lot of fun.
I've definitely enjoyed it. I already knew it was going to be a good one, and that's why I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to get Sunshine on the next special. You lot, any final questions? If you lot got any questions that didn't ask Sunshine, last couple before we close out.
My prediction, I'll just shout this out. My prediction for the Liverpool match is 1-1. Trying to think what else. My favorite player on the team right now is, I think, Liniero. Trying to think if there's anything else. I want Amarim to leave. I don't know if there's any other trigger topics. Oh, I don't think Bruno Fernandes is a good captain, and I want him to leave my club. Trying to give everyone the rundown on my United thoughts.
Expectation for the season, Vic was asking. It's a tough one because it's kind of like with Amarim and then without him.
Yeah. So when the season started, my expectation was I wanted a domestic trophy. I wanted to finish top. I think I said top 6, and I wanted to get back in Europe. And now, I don't think we're gonna get any of that. So
yeah, we was never getting that. No, with this guy. Now without him, we got a shot.
I can't say that either because it depends on who they replace him with.
Yeah, you never know with this look.
What if we get Southgate?
Nah, apparently you don't want the job.
Oh, thank God.
Apparently you don't want the job. And Warrior Jay says, Sunshine, by the way, what's your watch-alongs plan for this week?
Oh, there's so many. You'll see it on the channel. I'll probably have them all up. But I have Premier League watch-alongs. There's F1, and it's CODA, so it's in Austin. Guys, Lewis Hamilton is in the neighboring state. Like, he's in Texas. I'm in Mississippi. The states touch. I'm just saying. He's that close. So I'm really excited about that. So F1 watch-alongs, and then yeah. We play Liverpool Sunday, so
yep, we will be there, unfortunately. See, Karma, this is stuff like this is why, you know what I'm saying, that we have issues.
What is her team?
Liverpool, I think. So Liverpool or Arsenal, she's cursed me out for getting this wrong.
I think it's Arsenal. If I
remember. It's one of the two. Yeah. It's one of the two.
Yeah, so.
Because you were too busy. You didn't know about it because you was too busy fighting for terrible justice. That's why. That's why.
If who fumbles, Lewis? I mean, I'm expecting Lewis. Lewis hasn't been on podium all season, so.
Oh, has he been struggling like that?
Okay, guys, can I just say how you know I'm a real one? And I'm gonna actually give myself some credit this for once, okay?
Good.
I joined United when Eric Ten Hag was our manager, and I stayed, and I'm still here. Okay,
That's not it.
I became a F1 fan. Okay, and I'm watching Ferrari, rooting for them because that's where Lewis is. And Lewis is probably in the worst form he's ever. I can't say ever. He is in his worst form ever
Mhm.
in his whole career. When I started watching him and becoming a fan, so don't ever question my loyalty because it is rough in these sports streets right now, and I'm sticking through it. I'm riding with my team, ride or die. We're gonna come back and we're gonna win again, but it's not looking good right now.
It's not looking good. That is facts. That is facts. Oh, Arsenal. Oh, yeah, you ain't seen a trophy since I've been content creating. It's mad. I've been content creating since 2021. Sunshine best 11. Big up to the super chat. Shout out to
Yeah,
boys. Says Sunshine best 11 United players you've seen. I think he's just asking for like your overall 11, even though you only been watching a few years.
Okay. Are you asking like best 11 or best? If you're saying I've seen Varane,
I don't know. But hey, ask the question again, but you don't have to super chat. Ask again so we can
because it's been
clarify.
peak. Like the players I've seen, absolutely not.
You can still get half decent 11 though. It's not the greatest, but it's still half decent. All right, the goalkeeper's kind of wait. He was in.
I didn't watch De Gea.
You didn't watch De Gea. So you
I came in when Onana was here.
All right, so you can just put Lamens there. Right back, you got Maz. Left back, Dogu. You got Varane.
This is not. Wait, stop. I can't do this. This is not best. This is mediocre at its finest.
But it's the best you've seen.
No,
even though
I don't want to. I don't want to. No, I can't do this. Because it's not best. It's not. That's why I said Varane because he's a GOAT. So I've seen Varane play with my own two eyeballs.
Varane and Euro.
Huh?
Varane and Euro as a partnership.
I wish I could have seen them together. Oh my gosh, you guys, you have no idea.
Yeah, Varane and Euro.
I'm a defensive player at heart, so like, I have a soft spot for players on defense who like play really hard and are like.
And then right back, you got bad boy Maz. You know what I'm saying? Out there playing while he's passing.
That's Rawi. Yes.
See?
Yes. There's some good, but to say I could put a whole 11 together.
Oh, you saying just of all time? That's what it is.
Oh boy, that's hard because even though I haven't watched like growing up, I have watched Bobby Charlton. I watched our first Champions League win. I watched George Best.
Did the history? I respect that.
I watched. I watched that Champions League match in. Was it 99?
Yep.
So, I don't know if I don't know. I have to think about it.
Yeah.
I have to think about it. But I've seen like I have a soft spot for Giggs as well.
Hey, that goal in 99 forever.
I just like players who are really good, but nobody likes them.
So they don't get the plaudits they deserve.
Yeah.
Huh? So there's a lot of Manchester United players like that. Hell of a lot.
Absolutely, there are.
More so the earlier ones, like the team like in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like before 99, those squads don't get the plaudits they deserve.
No,
I was watching.
No, I was just saying I agree with you because I mean you could argue that like the reason we were so great is because we were they flashy and a lot of GA? No, but they were quality at what they were supposed to do.
Yeah. So many of our players who don't get the plaudits they deserve. Because I was watching Nicky Butt and Paul Scholes have got this podcast they do put out on a weekly basis with Paddy McGuinness. The Good, the Bad, the Football is called. Excellent. And like when they're talking about certain players, and it's like, but that's because United have been so good over a long period of time. They're not like Cantona don't get the plaudits he deserves.
Yeah.
If we was terrible right after him, he would. But because United had so many great strikers and so many great players after him, it's kind of like he gets brushed aside. Like what Cantona did, it's like it's a whole different thing. This goes on. Yap Stam, I say it. Best centre back I've ever seen in the Premier League, easily. People, but because he was only here a couple of years, we don't talk about it. Ronnie Johnson, who played alongside him, quality centre back. People don't mention him. Dennis Irwin, second to me in regards to left backs, only to Ashley Cole. He's the only left back that's better than him. I think Dennis Irwin's better than every other left back in the Premier League. Yeah, Nicky Butt don't get the credit he deserves. But again, because Keenan Scholes are in front of him, the list could go on.
Yeah.
And Chelsea, see, you might have mentioned names, so you don't know what I'm talking about.
But I think that's the key to our success, right? And I think that's credence to the manager, right? Because he knows what he's looking for, and he gets the players in there that are good, even though they're not, the star kind of thing. Which
Smart.
I feel like that's where that's where I feel like we're struggling now because we don't know what we want. I think we don't have an identity, so we're just trying to react and figure things out based off who the manager is and then potential, which is I don't think that's ever going to work. And that's why we're struggling now. And then we just throw a youngster in and then they drown. So
yeah, for real. Hopefully they turn it around. Hopefully we'll be celebrating together on streams with Manchester United.
guys, can I just say, like, it hurts me that I never got to experience any of that.
It will come around.
When I'm like 60.
It might be that long. Maybe.
And I don't think I'll be on YouTube anymore, but
maybe. Oh, I'll be here when I'm 60, 100%. I'm here till I'm gone. Like, don't on this earth. I am live streaming till I am gone. If I live,
that doesn't surprise me.
If I live till I'm 85, I will be here at 85 in the home. Have all the shit in the back. Trust me, I'm here. Like, I am not stopping this.
Who else is going to be in his hospital bed?
Facts. You know what I'm saying? Actually, you hear the boop, boop in the background. 100%. If you hear it flatline, you know something's wrong. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we move. Yeah, I did star it. 1 second. All right, we'll end on this question. Oh, where was it? I missed it. Sai had a question about Formula One. Here it is.
Oh.
Sunshine, Lando, or Oscar? Who do you picking for the F1 championship? Do you think Max got a chance of winning? I'm going with Lando.
I love this question because there's so many parts to it. I think off of principle, Oscar wins. And what I mean by that is if it's fair, and I don't know, I feel like McLaren has this like agenda that they want Lando to win, which is annoying to me because that's not for those who don't know, Lando and Oscar are on the same F1 team. They're McLaren. So F1 is interesting because
you have number 1 and number 2 drivers. Or is there none of that?
They are in the whole F1. They are. Yes, right now.
Okay.
So
no, I'm saying team-wise, because when I don't watch F1 no more, they used to genuinely in the team be a number 1 and a number 2 driver. Is that not a thing no more?
No, I would say it is, but the problem with McLaren right now is like both of their drivers they have a really good car, but both of their drivers are kind of they're neck and neck. Like depending on who wins, one's going to be first or one's going to be second. Like they're right there. So it's not, you can't say one's a number 1 driver or one's not. It's not going to work.
That's not of interest. That's all.
Yeah. So Oscar's the better driver in my opinion, technically, but Lando has I guess he's kind of like the favorite, the popular kid. So I don't know. I think on principle, I want Oscar to win just because I feel like technically he's the better driver. And I would like to see that. And I don't know. I just wouldn't want Oscar to win. But I don't know if he will. It just depends on, because there's been a lot of drama in the F1 world. For those of you that don't know, I love F1 because it's like a soap opera. There's like storylines outside of the races. So you say that, boys, but then he mentioned Max. Max is in probably one of the worst cars, but he's amazing driver. And has won the last 5, I think, world championships in that car. So, yeah, they have the best car, but Max is still there. I don't think Max comes back though. I don't think Max wins. So I want it to be Oscar. That's just me.
Yes. And let me ask you a final question, actually, since we're talking about F1, so football, F1. Any plans to do content, focus on content? Yeah, focus on content on other sports.
I think so. Like I obviously I'm doing the watch alongs and stuff. I want to make a F1 TikTok. I just don't know. I don't know enough about the sport yet. People say it's not a sport, but like that's just ignorance in my opinion, because there's so much that goes into the science of the car and how it reacts to the wind, how it reacts to the road, if it's too hot. Like there's so much that goes into the race and the tires and the pressure of the tires, and I have to learn more. So I want to, yes. I can do the funny bits, like that's easy for me. Like I can crack a joke, but I think I need to learn a little bit more to take it seriously.
Okay, that's fair, and that's a very honest approach. Well, I
Yeah.
love this, Sunshine, because I learned a hell of a lot about it that I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know about your journey like that. But I learned a lot, so
Mhm.
I'm glad you agreed to this. It's
Yeah,
been a
thanks for
good
having me.
session.
Are you kidding? Thanks for, like, letting me. I feel so cool, like, I feel like if Flawless wants to do a special with you, like, I kinda feel like I made it. So
Love that. You well on your way. You next up. That's why it's called that. See that title right there that says next up. That's it right there. Wait.
yeah.
Next up, right there. Like for real, you are. That's why I said it. So you lot again, make sure you subscribe to Sunshine's channel, people. Sunshine FC.
Thank
Again,
you. Thank you so much.
Sunshine FC. The link is in the title. The link's underneath in the description, or you can just go to the YouTube search bar and type in Sunshine FC. You could easily do that, people. Easily. So big up, man. Love to everyone that has locked in. We've got what we coming tomorrow. The final day of the next up specials, people. So 3 specials tomorrow, or
Oh,
technically
you have
today for the
3?
UK.
Goodness
Yeah,
gracious.
three specials tomorrow, people. So kicking it off earlier with Mike's. So that'll be after back again,
Yay!
which will probably be like 3:30 p.m. UK time. So GVO
It's gonna be
Mike's,
great.
and then 11 p.m. UK time, TJ Warren TV, and then we gonna conclude. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying, with the madman himself at 12:30 a.m. Jacob Warraven, people. So yes, Mike's,
The Potch,
TJ Warren, and
lover.
Jacob will be on. So you already know that that's gonna be good. And I'll also bring these specials back during international breaks. Sometimes it'll be the next up, sometimes it'll be the second wave, sometimes it'll be the original. It's just a question of all right, who can I get on? I do enjoy these as well.
Yeah.
No, I haven't had Staffy on one. I do need to shout. I do need to. Staffy's a name I've already wrote down. To be honest,
Yeah.
I've already wrote him down. And someone said earlier, so you need to get Northside on. People
Yeah.
go to the Northside. Did a special. He did one of the second waves. All you have to do is go to the YouTube, go to the Sarcasm City TV homepage, and the specials are there. You see the gold ones, the originals. You see the second wave, and I'm going to add the next up specials as well, right there on the homepage. So highly likely your favorite content creators probably done one.
Yeah.
And if they haven't, it's either because I've got them on the list or I don't know them well enough to get it. That's what it is. I'm still working, people. But now, Sunshine blessed. I've thoroughly enjoyed
Yeah.
this as well. Time's flown
Me
by.
too. I
Almost 2
know.
hours.
I
Time
know.
has
And
flown
can I
by.
just say too, like the
Of
people
course.
in the chat, the only reason why like we're even able to do this is because your guys' support. So like thank you guys for being in the chat, bantering with everyone on stream. Like this doesn't happen without you guys. And can I just say, like, even if you can't watch a stream, like when you I know it, you get like, why do they always ask us to like? But that stuff means so much. So even if you can't join, just hit the like button, say hi, and then leave. Like that stuff means you guys have no idea when you're tired and you've had a long day and you're on a stream and you're like, I don't know if anyone's going to show up. And if even it's just one person in the chat, like, hey, how are you? Day is made. I'm not even kidding. Like that stuff, it means a lot. So thank you guys too, because this is like the reason why we're here. So
Facts. I can only echo that. Yeah, I can only echo that, people. Like in regards to you lot help us in this space so much. For real. And add to the show. If you lot
absolutely.
weren't here, that add to the show in hilarious fashion. You lot in the chat
Absolutely.
crack me up. So you do. But yeah, you're special, Sunshine. So I'll let you give your final words, final thoughts.
Thank you, Flawless, for having me. A shout out to the chat. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to Flawless. Thank you again to everyone who I've talked about in this stream who's helped me in my journey. And I hope that I can continue to be a light and joyful and, someone that can, just be in this space and have fun and talk about football and crack some jokes. So thank you guys. And yeah, we'll see what happens from here.
Yeah, people. Again, next up special. There's been special guest Sunshine from Sunshine FC YouTube channel. Make sure you follow her. on TikTok as well. We're going to redirect to Bayesian Reds TV because they're
Let's
doing a
go.
Liverpool Manchester United preview. So we're going to Sarcasm City TV raid over there. But big up to you. Love to you again, Sunshine. Again, people.
Thank you.
Next up special with special guest Sunshine from Sunshine FC on YouTube. Make sure hit the like button, subscribe over there as well. Like I said, next up special with Sunshine on Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Arteta in.
Tomorrow. Yes, Arteta in.